Okay guys, bear with me here on this video. I'm going to be doing a voiceover. And I'm just doing this because I just finished reading Gary Phillips' High Hand, the first book in his Martha Cheney mystery. And I've been wanting to read this book for so long, child. So long, girl. So long, brother. And my resounding feeling of this book is one of complete and utter disappointment. But that's okay. I always say you don't know what you're gonna get until you try to get it. Y'all know what I'm saying. You don't know what a book is gonna give you until you actually have to read it, right? That's the point. So yeah, bear with me, and I'm gonna just try to share my thoughts while they're right on my head. So, High Hand is the first book in Gary Phillips' Martha Cheney mystery series. Although I don't really think it's a mystery. It's more of a grifter, exacerbated, wannabe blaxploitation, Las Vegas, Nevada attempt, something in that realm. It follows the story of this black ex-showgirl named Martha Cheney. And as a showgirl, living in Vegas, she decided to do things a little differently because she knew that, the people who populated the joints, they were grifters and scam artists and con artists and drunks and drunkards and alcoholics and, drug dealers and pimps and pushers. You know that whole setup. So her motivation was, to keep herself protected and on her toes so that she won't be susceptible to many of the much more nefarious transgressions of these individuals who populate the Las Vegas strip clubs and joints. She decided to learn how to shoot a gun as well as learn martial arts. So at one point she decides to leave the show business and start working for a powerful casino owner individual, and she becomes his delivery girl. He strikes deals with various figures who are in the same business as him, more or less, and she delivers the cash. And then, she comes back and collect whatever compensation or reward that she gets for making the delivery. Even with me explaining it here, it's not really thoroughly explained in the book, and that's probably that is really my number one problem with this book. So anyway, at the beginning of the novel, she's doing a run. She delivers $7 million in cash to this gay couple who are they have a business, a virtual reality business or some sort of video game business. But anyway, they're really intelligent, and they're a couple, and their business is suddenly thriving. I do not remember, I don't recall the specifics of why they made this dealing. I don't even think it was clear in this book. But nonetheless, 3 individuals stormed the house during the dealing. One of the men is murdered. The other one is taken to the hospital injured. And Martha ends up killing one of the shooters whereas the other 2 shooters get away. As she returns to her boss's hideout up in the penthouse suite of a casino or whatever, you know how these things go, he more or less threatens her with her life if she does not return the $7 million in cash back to him, so that I guess he can complete the transaction or to take hold of the cash once again. So he pits Martha up against another brute of his. One of them has to go and collect this cash and bring it back to him. And that's where the novel jumps off. And it's really clear that it is a novel that is big on explosives, big on a little espionage, big on a little cat and mouse, a lot of juking of various characters, those of both the other brute that Martha was trying to get ahead of. She was juking him a lot, as well as just, the 2 shooters who Martha was aiming towards to collect the cash. Unfortunately, the problem I had with this book is of 2 things. Number one, it was a cycle of scenes. Martha at a hotel room. Martha connecting with another individual who has more or less of a lead on the 2 shooters, the 2 gunmen. Martha going to whether it's a bar or a house or wherever that lead takes her, Martha goes there and a shootout ensues. Martha makes it out. Martha goes to the hotel. Martha gets another lead. Martha goes to that lead. Another shootout ensues. Martha goes to the hotel. Girl, Liz, I'm telling y'all. I swear. Martha goes to the hotel. Martha finds another lead at a bar or a casino. Martha goes to whatever that lead takes her, which is, an establishment. So one place it was a bar. One place it was a spa, a retreat or some sort. And then another shootout ensues. And this goes on and on and on and on and on. And the other troubling problem I have with this book is that Martha is... I don't think I can recall a time when I've ever read a character as disappointingly wooden and cardboard cutout. And that's it. The author doesn't stress, I won't say stress, but he doesn't decorate her history to the reader. We don't know anything about this woman, guys. Like, nothing. All we know is she was an ex-showgirl, and now she's the delivery woman of this crime boss. That's it. I would say that she was witty, but in all actuality, she didn't have a personality. She really didn't. That was really disappointing. Especially for me, coming from someone who absolutely loves, I know there's controversy when you say blaxploitation films, but I love Pam Grier. I love me some Coffee. I love me some freaking Foxy Brown. Although I always say that Coffee is better. I love me some Bucktown. I love me some Black Mama, White Mama. I love me some Sheba Baby. I think that's out of... Okay, shut up. We're going too far. Anyway, I love me some Tamara Dobson. Cleopatra Jones, Tamara Dobson. I love me some Christy Love. I've always tried to watch TNT Dynamite, but I could never find a better quality video of it. But you get my point. I love these movies, and I was hoping that would translate into this particular book. But the difference is that those women, the character of Coffee, Cleopatra Jones, Christy Love, girl, those characters had personality. Martha has no personality. She literally was just a wooden cardboard copy of, like, a representation of those women without that proper representation. Okay, if you feel what I'm saying. And it was so disappointing. Like, so disappointing. I mean, that was it. I guess some of the interesting things the author was trying to do, but it got muddled in the cycling of scenes, was he was trying to speak about Native American reservations and how at one point in history they were trying to have their own casinos. And of course, their growth as a business was thwarted by white casino owners. They didn't want the Native American reservations to receive any businesses. Another thing the author went into was about Silicon Valley, I want to say it was, and the money that they make and the virtual reality, because this book was published in 2000, so it was right on the cusp of all of that sort of thing taking place, with the internet and all that kind of stuff. That's something that he attempted, but nothing could really wash over or help the fact that, the book was really a combination of recycled scenes that was guising itself as an investigation, I suppose. Although I really wouldn't count this as a mystery. It really was just a cat and mouse, maybe game, really. And the bland character of Martha Cheney, those were the biggest upsets. And it made it very difficult to read this book. I mean, very difficult. Like, I had to really buckle down because I wanted to read it for so long that I was like, I'm gonna get through each page. And then I got to like 140 and my brain freaking fried out. But that's pretty much it. Very disappointing, but that's life. We're going to move on to the next book, and girl, it is what it is. There is another book in this series. I'm not in any mental position to try to aim for that book right now. That'll be in the far, far reaches of Star Trek future and depths.